Hey gang, welcome back to another video on my channel. This week is a bit of a bonus video, even though I feel like it doesn't count because I upload so rarely these talk videos. At the moment I'm planning on doing one every 2 weeks instead of one every week, but this one is only a week since the last one because I did this drawing for Mermay and I didn't want to put it in my scheduled videos because by the time it came out it would be the end of May and everyone would be sick of mermaids. So yeah, this drawing is of my character Keoki from Arc 01 as a mermaid, and when I was thinking, oh, what fish should I make him a mermaid of? He should be some sort of tropical fish. The leafy sea dragon popped into my head and I thought, hey, that's perfect, because if you don't know, leafy sea dragons are like these weird seahorses that look like leaves and seaweed, and that somehow just fit. And I really like them. They're so weird and cool. I thought, hey, let's go with that. So yeah, most of the design was from that really. I really like the scale beard. I think that's the best design choice. And yeah, basically it's just straightforward, normal design, same as usual. I think his hairstyle is quite mermaid-y because it's all messy and long and all over the place, and kind of practical for underwater in dreadlocks, I think. But I put some little hair decorations in, and I gave him like a necklace and a tool belt kind of thing, because mermaids don't have pockets. So gotta improvise. And yeah, the dog is not his dog. It is called Dog. It belongs to a character called Paul who will materialise later, and she is the one who named him Dog, because that is the kind of person she is. And Paul is a really funny character because, like, if you've ever read Fake by Senami Mato, if you know Biki, like, that was one of the manga that I read probably when I was way too young to actually read it, because it's yaoi manga, and I read it when I was about 12, and by the end things get pretty spicy. But the character Biki in that is like a little kid that Ryo adopts, and he's really annoying and tsundere basically, except not in a romantic way, just with like general affection, and he has a hard time like admitting that he cares about his family and friends and stuff, but at the same time he's like, if you mess with my family, I will end you, man. But like, I didn't really like Biki when I was reading the comic, but then when I'm thinking about Paul, she's literally Biki. I have created Biki 2.0. So yeah, look forward to her. She's coming, I think probably not in the second chapter, but in about 4 or 5 chapters. So yeah, Arc 01's been on my mind lately because I've been trying to write it. Like, I have basically, like, it's the story that I wrote for Manga G-Man, based on this idea that I've had for ages of a floating coral reef. And yeah, I'm trying to develop it into an actual, like, kind of novel length comic, but I don't know where it should end. Like, I've got the midpoint, like the low point, but I'm not sure where it should end, because yeah, story structure is hard, and also I don't know what will happen. So basically I'm just writing it and trying to see what happens, and then I will try and like corral it into some sort of order later. But yeah, definitely this little girl called Paul, short for Pauline, but she prefers being called Paul. She's quite a big part of the story, because she's like a counterpoint to Keoki, because he's a climate scientist basically, working on this floating coral reef project, and she is a refugee from one of the floating islands made out of trash in the Pacific that's drifted close enough to Hawaii that people are trying to leave them basically. And she's quite a dramatic counterpoint to Keoki because he's like very focused on like the abstract big picture of climate change basically, when she is like, that's cool, that's sad, the coral reefs are dead and all, but like I'm here and I'm suffering right now, and I need help. And yeah, so like it's quite an interesting dynamic really. And yeah, she has a little dog, which is basically the only reason they're friends. Because who doesn't love dogs? And no, obviously like Keoki cares about her and wants to help her, but like if it wasn't that the dog needed help, she would never have accepted help because she's very stubborn and prideful, and wary of strangers as well, and especially strangers who are like super privileged in relation to her, just spouting all this nonsense about like climate change when it's like, well, the world's ended, can we stop trying to save it and just focus on me, please? That's basically her attitude. That sounds super depressing, but I promise the story isn't going to be that depressing. There's still lots of hope and fun and love between the characters, so yeah, please don't run away screaming when I actually release it. Yeah, apart from that, I am back on Instagram. Please check out Elizabeth on Instagram. I got locked out of my account basically, and I didn't unlock it for about 4 months because Instagram kind of stresses me out. So I am back, but I am trying to make a conscious effort not to go on it too much. So I'm just going to be posting and maybe using Instagram stories again. But that's a good place to keep up with me as well as on YouTube. And yeah, I'll probably be posting pictures of Japan because that's where I'm going in like a week. It's less than a week now. I think it's 5 days when I'm recording this, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna be probably posting lots of geeking out about doing karaoke, and I'm very excited because this time I'm going to hunt down some manga supplies. Like I want some proper screen tone, and I want to get some fancy manga paper, and it's going to be fun. And I'm going to see my sister, who I love, which is like obviously the most important part. But also I'm going to eat lots of food and go places and hopefully go see some concerts as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely week until I see you next. And yeah, look after yourselves. Bye bye.